everyone, welcome to today's video. First of all, I just want to say, look, I got a backdrop. Woo! I know it's kind of wrinkly and stuff right now, but I got way too excited and it didn't think, oh, how do I get the wrinkles out? I just wanted it up and it looks beautiful. I love it. I love the marble. But I hope you guys like it. Let me know if you do, and hopefully I can get more colors. And let's go on to the video. So today I'll be playing with an eyeshadow palette that I thought was very interesting. So I was shopping on Amazon and looking for makeup and things, that I can do for videos, and I come across an eyeshadow palette that looks like an exact dupe of my favorite Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe. And this is what it's called. It's called the Impressed You Beauty Glazed Eyeshadow Palette. Huh, doesn't it look exactly like it? And I thought, well, this will make a great video because like a lot of people, we all love to find dupes. We all like to spend less money than we have to if it works exactly like the really high-end luxury product. So I was like, let's put this to the test and see if it's, anything close to the formula, because the colors look awfully the same. The only difference I see so far without touching any of it is the size of the palette. This is the size of this palette. It's a lot smaller, and so are the pans than my Jaclyn Hill palette, which is humongous. So you could see the size difference. Very big size difference. Huge, smaller. So yeah, I'm gonna do the same eye look. I'm gonna do the beauty glazed one on this eye and my Jaclyn Hill palette on this eye and see how they work. I'm gonna use my same Morphe brushes, things like that. So let's just give it a whirl and see what happens. All right, so I did scoot a little closer so you guys can see. So I'm gonna start with the beauty glazed palette. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here and put that all over my lid with just a flat eyeshadow brush. Let me see how this works out. I know I have bangs, so it's probably gonna be hard to see that part. Let's see. Not a lot of fallout, so sometimes that could be a good or bad thing. Just drop that all over the lid. By the way, if you're wondering about prices, I paid $11.88 for this palette, and my Jaclyn Hill palette on the Morphe website is $38, but you can always use a YouTuber's code and get 10% off or something, which I did use. I don't remember whose I used, but you could do that and get some money off. Alright, so I already failed in figuring out what color was which. This color, I thought it was going to be more like the simple transition shade that I always go in with on my Jaclyn Hill palette, but it ended up being more like this little mustardy color from the Jaclyn Hill palette. So I'm just going to go for a yellow look today because I thought that was a different color. But so far I really like it. It's really pigmented and it's super creamy. Not a lot of fallout. I don't know if you could see what in the palette. Right there. This shade right here. Not a lot of fallout. So it's not too bad. So let's just move on to the next color we're gonna put on our lids. Alright, so from the Beauty Glaze palette, I'm gonna go ahead and take this shade right here. It looks more brown. Hopefully it doesn't end up like orange or something like it did on the other eye. It doesn't look too bad. I'm just gonna put that all around here. Alright, so far, I really had to dig into this color to get that color to pack onto my brush. Well, it packed on, but it was really hard to blend on my eyelid. Like, that dark color didn't even show up right now. I just look like a Dorito. And then this side, it looks a lot better. Like, you could see the darkness that I used from the Jaclyn Hill palette. Like, I used this color. Where'd it go? Where's the color? Like, I used this color. This color was a lot easier to work with. This one I just look seriously like I just got the cheese powder from the Doritos and just wiped it on my eye. Okay, so we're gonna try to save this and let's figure out what our next color is gonna be. Yeah, I went ahead and added some concealer, so we're gonna add a shimmer shade. We're gonna add I think we're gonna add this gold color over here at the end. It's supposed to be a shimmer, but I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it. Yeah, kind of. I don't know if you could see that. It's not gonna focus, but let's try putting it on our lids. Hopefully it'll look good. Alright, well I thought I was recording when I was putting the gold shadow on, but apparently I wasn't. But this one's the Beauty Glaze, and then this one's the Jaclyn Hill palette. In my opinion, I think the Jaclyn Hill one is a lot more glittery and a little chunkier than the other one. This one doesn't really, I mean, it's okay. This one is a lot more shinier in my opinion. And I didn't spray any Fix Plus or anything on it, so it's just with putting it on the brush and patting it onto my eye. I actually think the Jaclyn Hill one is a lot better than this one. And then I try to put an inner corner highlight, but this doesn't have one. These two are actually all mattes, and Jaclyn this one has like 2 shimmer shades. I dropped a brush on here, so now it's ruined. But this one actually has shimmer in it, so I just put it onto, oops, sorry. I just put it onto both my eyes just so it kind of, you know, it's a little cohesive. So now I'm gonna work on the under eye and then put some mascara and maybe eyeliner, I'm not sure. We'll see how this goes, and then we'll move on from there. Alright, so I added some mascara, and I just wanted to say, I do not like this eye whatsoever. I look like a Dorito. It just looks, it looks bad. It was really hard to blend it and make it look good, but this one looks a lot better than this side. I could definitely tell you that. So what I wanted to do next was to do like some finger swatches of like the really bright colors, like the purple and the blue and things like that, and see how similar or different they are in formula and how they look and the amount of shimmer it has to it. So let's go ahead and do that, and then I will give you my final thoughts on it. Okay, so here are the blues. This one is, oh, I already forgot which one's. Okay, this one's the Beauty Glazed one, and this one's Jaclyn Hill. This one's the shimmery blue that she has in there. This one's obviously not as pigmented as the one in her palette. So maybe if I swatch them just on my hand here, see, you can see the big difference in the blue shade. Yeah, it's a lot more pigmented, so I'm gonna swatch them. Okay, and here are the purples in the shade. This one's Jaclyn Hill, and this one's the Beauty Glaze palette. Obviously, this one is a lot more powdery and not as pigmented. It's pigmented, but not as pigmented as the one in Jaclyn Hill's palette. So I'm just gonna do this. See, Jaclyn Hill's is so much more pigmented. This is very patchy, very powdery. I did not like this one at all. I don't know if you could see how powdery it is up here. So this one's obviously a lot better. And then here's like that light, like teal shimmer in there. Jaclyn Hill Beauty Glazed. Obviously, pigment is definitely different. This one's a lot more powdery. I don't know if you can see that in there. I'm gonna wipe it on my hand. You can see that big difference right there. You see all that? Yep, big difference. Okay, and here's that really pretty jade teal shade in here. Jaclyn Hill Beauty Glazed. They look kind of the same, so I'm just gonna swatch it on my hand. Oh, they look kind of the same on there. Kind of, so kind of, you know. I think Jaclyn Hill's feels a lot more creamy than the other one. The other one feels a little more like powdery. Here's that really pretty shimmery green. Jaclyn Hill Beauty Glazed. And here's just more like a like emerald. This is like more like a true green. So the color's a little different. The Beauty Glaze looks a little more powdery than this one. Let me go ahead and swatch it on my hand. So you can see this one's a little more powdery than this one. See all the powder coming off right there? The color's a little different, obviously, but I know that it was meant to be like a dupe for her, the green one that she has in there. So one that I was truly excited to swatch was the black one. This one, Jaclyn Hill Beauty Glazed. Big difference right there, big difference. So let me go ahead and swatch it on my hand for you real quick so you can see. Big difference. The Jaclyn Hill is obviously super pigmented, super black, the way a black eyeshadow bit should. Like, I love a super dark, if it's a black eyeshadow, it has to be black. It cannot look like this. It looks more like grayish. This one looks like a true black. So in my opinion, Jaclyn Hill's palette is just so much better than the Beauty Glazed one in so many ways. The pigmentation's so much better, the pans are bigger, the quality's a little better. The Beauty Glaze was okay, it wasn't awful, like it didn't burn my eyes or anything. It was not just, it's not as pigmented in my opinion. Is it a good price? Yes. So, I mean, if you would rather go a more affordable route, then yeah, but in my opinion, I think this palette right here is $38. You get bigger pants, you get way better quality, and I think this one has like more colors. I'm not even sure. This one, just by using it, I don't think this is really, you know, I think this is worth the $38 if you guys really want an eyeshadow palette that has so many colors, so many different ideas you want to do. That's just why I bought the palette, and that's why I use it so much, because of all the colors that are in here and how good the quality is. Not just because it's Morphe, I mean, the pigment in this is amazing. So, you know, it's totally up to you guys. If you guys want to pay the $11.88 for this palette, get smaller pans, and the quality is okay, it's not the best, totally up to you. Or if you guys want to splurge and spend $38 on a palette, I mean, it's not that bad if you think about it, because there's a lot of eyeshadows in here. So it's totally up to you guys, but I'm still gonna stick with this. I'm definitely not gonna use that one. I'm gonna stick with my Jaclyn Hill palette, just because it's just so much better in so many ways. So yeah guys, that was today's video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you guys like this type of video. I could probably find more dupes and products to like compare it to if you guys would like that. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.